All right, here we are again. missed this Tuesday's stream. I see Mr. O'Sullivan, Thomas Ariels is in the house, and Blind Neil. I'm here alone again, naturally. Yeah, we're going to open it up today. I usually have a no politics, religion, or racism, no puppets. Today it's open mic, everything goes. So, oh, and Frank the Tank, there you are. Hi guys, Frank. I hope you got your invite. I didn't check the list. I just copied it from last time, and by all means, join me if you care to. I'll keep my eye on what's going on in the green room, and we'll see how it goes from there. We're in serious lockdown here. They're not kidding around this time. They authorized the police to stop you in the street and find out why you're out, but all the police forces have said, no, we're not doing it. So I don't know if it's any more serious than it was. Another day older and deeper in debt. Oh, St. Peter, don't you call me because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. And Frank is going to join me in a bit, he says. And, we would welcome any support we can get at this point. It's a lonely world, isn't it? My wife's out back working. My daughter's upstairs sleeping. And we had snow yesterday. I just finished cutting the grass the day before, and I had to bust out the shovels yesterday and clear 4 inches of snow. I didn't go as far as to get the snow blower out of the barn, but we're expecting it to be plus 16 Celsius tomorrow, so hopefully all this stuff will melt. I can see it's melted off the gazebo so far today. Got 25-kilometer-an-hour winds, 4 degrees Celsius, so it's starting to warm up again. We have a garden fountain out in the front yard, and it was frozen yesterday. Oh, I see Herman's there. Hi, Herman. Good to see you. Herman gets an invitation, but he's usually busy in the afternoon, so he doesn't come on. I was just over at Ken Heron's channel, and Ken's in the chat over there already. He starts his stream in about 7 hours, but he opens his chat up at 1 o'clock our time, so, or before 1 actually, because I was on there well before the stream started here, but excused myself to come over here. I told him the internet was calling, and he got an invite, but we don't. I think I've only seen Ken on here twice, so we'll see where the conversation leads us. Anybody getting the Air 2S? I see that some people have got it already. I saw Brian Mack do his time-lapse unboxing yesterday, and I was quite impressed with the footage. The camera on there seems quite capable. He was shooting automatic, and showed his video right off the SD card. And to be honest, it looked fabulous. He was sort of a midday flight. Um, yeah, he had a midday flight, and the colors just popped. The greens were great, fabulous dynamic range. Um, he did an evening flight, and it looked good too. So there's a possibility to get some great footage there. I'm just going to wait a while and see how things pan out. I've got a new car on order, so I'll be getting that shortly, and that that's going to take some money. But I've also got a large contract coming up for a construction project. The problem there is it's people that I know quite well, and I'm probably going to give them some huge kind of discount, so it's not going to be a project that would pay for an upgrade. But we'll see how that goes. And speaking of, here's Frank.
Hey guys,
how's it going there?
Doing good.
Good. Did you get that snow?
Yes, we got a little bit of snow. It didn't stay too long. It's all gone right now, so which is good.
Yeah, we've got a little bit around the edges. So we had about 4 inches yesterday. So
okay.
Yeah. Thomas is asking me what I bought. I didn't buy anything. Oh, unless he's talking about the car I bought. But I was on the phone today with the insurance company arranging insurance on the new car, but we can't insure yet because we don't have a VIN number yet because it's not built. So I had to factory order. Everything is short. He wants to know what car I got. I've got on order. I have a 2021 Toyota RAV4 hybrid. So we're going gas electric. We're trying to do the environmentally responsible thing. And
you live in the country or in the city?
Out in the country.
The country.
Yeah,
it's a little tougher to get a fully electric in the country. It's always better to get a gas electric, a mix of both, because
and here's our situation. My son lives in Kingston, and we like to go for a visit. And it's about a 4-hour drive, and it's hard to make that on electric, electric only. You're at the just beyond the outside of the electric range. And my wife's family has family in Sudbury, which is 5 hours away, so that's way beyond the electric range. And being in the country, you just need to have that kind of range, right?
Yeah, my brother got himself a Tesla, and that one can go up to 6 hours, I think. But it would be scary just going electric and going on a 5-hour drive on a 6-hour battery. It would be scary.
Yeah, and you're having a hard time finding a Tesla under $60,000. In Canada, you look at a Model 3, and Model 3 is close to 60, and we don't seem to have the incentives in place, the tax rebates and stuff. So I get no break on the hybrid that I bought. The only break I get is the saving in gas. And they've made the hybrid reasonable cost wise. I think the hybrid is about $1,600 more than the gas car.
Okay.
And you're going to save about $700 a year in fuel. So, you're going to pay. It's going to pay for that extra in 2.5 years. So.
I've saved a heck of a lot more than that last year on fuel.
Because you're not going anywhere.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Stay at home for a year, a little bit over a year now. So.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen our grandkids in oh God, well, we didn't see them at Christmas, so it was before that. Maybe last Thanksgiving. No, I don't even think we saw them then. My son is in Baghdad in Iraq, and I don't think we've seen them since he left, and he comes back in June after 6 months, so we may have seen them back about September. So
that's a long time.
Yeah, the little rugrats have probably grown up since then. We do some Zoom calls or internet stuff on the phone or whatnot, but you do what you can to keep in touch, and I mean, this is how we reach out to our own community, right? And to some extent, it's given us an opportunity to meet people around the world. Reach out and just I mean, I wouldn't have known Matt North if not for the internet. Matt North is Northeast Drone Productions, and I look forward to his stream every week. And of course, Phantom Flight 101, he was on last night for the 101st time. He didn't seem to make note of the fact that Phantom Flight 101 was on Flight 101 last night, but I tried to bring that up in the chat, but it kind of went right over everybody's head. But congratulations to Herman on 101 live streams. That's incredible. It takes something special to do that.
I'm going live tonight at 9:30 tonight. I'm going live.
Okay.
And it's going to be Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
So to you, I believe it's 8:30. You're an hour behind. I'm at 1:15 right now. You must be 12:15.
No, I'm 1:15.
You're 1:15
yeah.
also. Okay.
Yeah. I'm in Eastern time zone, just like you are. You're near Ottawa, right?
Yeah, just east of Ottawa.
Yeah, and I'm just west of Toronto. So
okay.
Well, southwest of Toronto, Brantford. So so we're close. We're neighbors.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, tonight I'm going to talk about YouTube like and dislike. Like what do you like about YouTube and what do you dislike about YouTube? So,
okay. Yeah.
I know some people have been not liking some of the stuff on YouTube. So, and either debating on talking about just YouTube in general as like and dislike, or the content of YouTube like and dislike. So I'm still debating what exactly we're going to talk about tonight, but I want to take it not away from the RC, but I just want to talk about YouTube in general. So
the difficulty I'm having with YouTube as a viewer is all the commercials. It's not as bad on live streams, but anytime you're watching something, they tend to they'll snap into a commercial mid-word. I mean, they don't even wait for the end of a sentence. It just happens, right?
Yeah.
And you're able to skip most of them, and I do. But I'm just
one thing is that they're starting to show advertising on non-monetized people. So in other words, even if you're not monetized, they will show advertising on your videos.
Yeah. And I haven't seen that on my own channel, but I don't know. I don't know if they're showing stuff on my channel or not. Don't care. I'd like it if people would watch the channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that discourages them. I have been really lax in producing content for YouTube other than the live streams. And I think I may yet go to once a week as opposed to the Tuesday, Thursday thing. I've been getting like 10 concurrent viewers. I mean, it's hardly worth breaking up your day to do it, right? If nobody's watching. And sometimes I feel like, okay, well, yeah, I missed Tuesday. I wonder if anybody missed having me on Tuesday. I had some other things that needed to be tended to, as I do today. Um, like I said, my wife is working today. I could be out giving her a hand at some of that stuff, but as of yet, I haven't. Well, I've been hired, but they haven't put me on pay until next week. So
Okay.
whether or not, I've always been of the opinion that if there's no pay, there's no work.
Yeah. True.
But I'm working as her assistant, and it's a little difficult for me to say, "Hey, if you're not paying me, I'm not going to help you." you know. And maybe that's why they decided that I might be the one that would be best to be hired to assist in her efforts. So
Now, when you fly your quads, do you record a lot of video, or you just fly just for the fun of it and don't bother recording?
I take off as soon as I do my pre-flights. Like I'll do an up down, backward, forward, left, right, yaw left, yaw right. Then I'll turn on the camera and everything gets recorded until the bird hits the ground again. So
Cool.
And then I'll take that.
How come you don't edit those videos to put it on YouTube?
Well, some of it's just same old boring stuff, Sometimes I'm just flying around the yard or under the tree or around and about. If I get out to an interesting place, then I'll post that, right?
Okay.
And in the winter, I post nothing because I don't fly in cold. I've probably told this story a dozen times, but I chopped off that finger in a table saw accident, and they sewed it back on, and it has no feeling unless it gets cold. And when it gets cold, it's like the day I chopped it off. It's really painful.
I guess.
So
yeah, they somehow when they put it back together, they don't put it back 100% like it was before.
Well,
for some odd reason.
When you chew it up into hamburger, it's a miracle that it even works at all. It doesn't. Like, that's full range of motion. I can't make a fist really, but I'm happy that it's still there.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. I was home alone when I did it. There was nobody around, right? So it was a scary day, but we got through it. Without too much trauma. There was 6 months of rehab and lots of surgery, and happily with the Canadian Medicare system. The only thing I paid for was the ambulance ride in, and they charged less than it would have cost me to take a taxi. So, the service out here was great. I called 911, and the fire department was here before the ambulance, and I bet you they weren't 4 minutes away. So, when you sit out here and you look around, you can't see a house from here. We're we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we get quick response, so we're happy with that.
So when you hit 911, did you use a house phone or your cell phone?
I was in the basement. What I did was I reached into my pocket I was holding on to my finger trying to keep it on, and then reached in with the other thing and told Siri to call 911. Okay. And I had the phone sitting on the workbench, and talking into the phone, and it went smooth as could be. Good. The problem was when I finally got upstairs out of the shop, I told them I would meet them in the driveway. But here you are, you're holding your hands together. How do you open the door, right? So I reached to grab the door, and I grabbed the door with the hand that was bleeding, and there was so much blood I couldn't spin the doorknob. And the dogs, I've got 2 dogs, and they got all excited. They wanted out. I'm trying to kick the dogs back in. I finally got out to the driveway, and I stood there for maybe a minute, and a pickup truck pulled by with the green flashing lights in the windows, and The guy said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I guess I'm waiting for you." And he says, "Why aren't you sitting down?" Because I don't have a chair, you know. So he pulled over a chair that I had leaned up against the garage and unfolded it and said, "Sit down there now. Let's take a look." And he went, "Oh, geez, okay," you know, and the ambulance was there, and from there away we went, But the joys of having a phone that responds to voice commands, I was able to send a text message to my wife without having to try and use my fingers. So yeah, it was, technology is pretty good,
Good.
Yeah. So you've been flying up there or just running the cars?
Just running cars for now. I did charge up my DJI Sparks, but I have not flown it and or upgraded the firmware in almost a year. So, and I don't want to, because with the license and with the whole things there, I'm just scared of flying it. It's crazy.
Really?
Even if it's at my house and I'm way far from airports, I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, here's the thing: the registration of the drone is going to cost you $5, right? You just go on the Transport Canada website, tell them you got a Spark. They know what a Spark is. They'll give you a registration number. You just write it down on a piece of masking tape and stick it on the drone, and you're good to go. Now, as far as your basic flight goes, you're over 450 or 250 grams. So you take the basic test online. And I took it the first day it was available back in 2019, I guess, in January of 2019. And I hadn't studied anything and passed it. And I think that's $10, right? So then they give you a registration number. And you just keep that with you, and you're good to go. It's pretty simple. They're just asking you the basic questions and making sure you know where you can and can't fly. As long as you tell them you're not going to fly at the airport, you're golden. Yeah, I thought I was working too, Hugh. I don't start until the 26th. 26th? Hold on, let me see.
Make sure it's the 26th and not the 22nd, or else you're in trouble.
I start the 26th. I tried to log on to the portal the other day, and it wouldn't accept my password. And then I clicked on the helpline and talked to somebody in government, and they said, "No, you're not allowed access until the 26th." I said, "Great, then I won't work until the 26th." So no work, no pay. But then I'm cheating and helping out anyway. So
cool.
Yeah. So welcome, Hugh and Thomas and Herman and AZ Drone Dude, and I don't know if I've missed anybody else. Blind Neil was here. So we're place is filling up. Let me just check here. We got 6 watching and 8 likes. I got more people like this than watch it. So
people come and go.
People come and go. Yeah. It's 6 watching. That's okay. That's okay. Kind of hard to keep everybody entertained. I'm looking at buying the new Air 2S. It's just a matter of how to finance it. Now I've got a big job coming up. Now the problem is it's people that I know and a project that I really want to do. And to be honest, I'd probably do it for free if they weren't offering money for it. So
it's just like I got a guy that always comes to my YouTube channel, and he's every week he goes, "Oh, I wish I could afford that. I wish I could afford that." I go, "Bullshit. You can afford it. It's just it's not in your budget. If you budget for it and put money aside for it every week, you will be able to afford it." You go, I guess if you look at it that way, I go, of course I look at it that way. You can't afford it. You can't. It's not in your budget right now. You have other priorities in life.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I was thinking I might I might just pull the money out of my savings accounts, and that's what I'm doing with the car payment. Um, I'm just increasing my monthly stipend out of the savings.
Okay.
I'm retired, so and then this job, it's going to pay for something. I don't know what, but
You have to do something. You can't just stay at home, do nothing. You got to keep busy doing something,
well,
volunteer work, working or doing something. You have to do something.
oh yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Frank. I don't know how I ever found time to work. I'm
Mm.
busy with something all the time, you know.
Mhm.
I'll sit down for an hour or two and watch some YouTube from time to time. Um, but there's yard work to do, there's errands to run, there's places to go and things to see, and it occupies your day every day, and I can't imagine taking 10 hours a day out of the out of that time to actually go to work.
Mhm.
Um, you know. Oh, look who else we got. There he is, the
Well,
voice
hey,
of.
what's up, boys?
Ladies.
Hey, you're out in the garage again.
Yeah, I'm out in the garage. My wife's actually sleeping on the couch. She's having a nap, so I can't sit at my desk
Oh,
and
very
talk.
good. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So, how's things there, Hugh?
Good. Friggin' cold.
Yeah, it is. It's cold
Probably the
everywhere.
same for Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, friggin'
Yeah.
snow again
We're-
today.
Again today?
Yeah.
I haven't had any. I haven't had any today.
Not
We
here
had,
either.
we had 4 inches yesterday,
Wow.
so I had to bust out the shovel after cutting the grass. But
Yeah, only in Canada. You cut the grass in the morning, in the afternoon you shovel the snow.
It's crazy,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. I didn't have to get the snowblower out, but it was it was crazy nonetheless. And right now we're 3 degrees and 25 km/h winds. So, and
Yeah.
looks like the anemometer is frozen. I can see the flag is straight out, and the thing says the current wind speed is 0.0. So it's frozen itself up again. So.
Hello to everybody in chat. I can't see you, but I know you're there.
Oh, and Dre just joined us. Recovery One Drone. It's lunchtime with
Recovery
Gary,
One?
he said. Yeah. So, and Dre's a commercial pilot who makes a good living, and he's just got the new Mavic Enterprise Advanced.
Oh yeah.
So that will be interesting to see.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're looking at
That's a good looking drone.
Yeah, $7 or $8 grand.
Wow.
Yeah. We're not talking peanuts there.
Well, when you do it for a
Yeah.
living, you can actually afford it, or when you do it for a living,
Exactly.
you need that type of quality. And
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're talking, FLIR cameras and inspection kind of stuff.
If you're making money with it, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I was charging $200 or $300 a flight for real estate, right? And nobody seemed to have a problem with that. And then the stuff just dried up. I stopped getting calls, and because of COVID, I wasn't able to go out and make cold calls. Drop into people's offices and say, like, what's up? Can I do something for you? It just made it difficult to make new sales. Now, that said, $200 or $300 a flight. I'm thinking of taking on this project. It's probably going to go over a couple of months, and I'm thinking, because these are people that I know and friends, and it's a small business. Small business has probably been in business for 30 years or more. I'm thinking of maybe dropping my rate down to like $50 a flight.
Be careful. Don't bring it down too much, because you're gonna not cut the market, but you're gonna hurt the market for other people if you cut it down too much. Because if you just do it for fun, then you're ruining it from other guys that are actually making a living of it.
Yeah, true enough. true enough. Although, I don't hear about anybody doing anything commercially down here. I think the real estate guys are the pirates without a license that are just sort of doing their own thing.
Could be.
I think they realize that I'm operating a $2,000 drone, and if they fly me 7 times at $300 a flight, they can just go out and buy that drone and have at
Yeah,
it,
but
right?
then they have to learn it. They have to get the license. They have to do it all themselves, and they can make more money selling the house and doing what they know what to do, and let other people do what they do.
Until
Yeah,
DJI invented this little thing called the Mini, which is under 250 grams, only a few $100, and for real estate purposes, probably takes good enough photos.
Yeah.
You know,
And a lot of them are using just photos and not video, and all the people that I dealt with all wanted video and not photos. So I don't know.
Well, there's 360 videos now that everybody goes into go in the house and go check this room, and they go to 360 view,
yeah,
which
that's
is
awesome.
cool. But that's a different market. But the flight outside and things like that's interesting.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing the interiors at all. I had a standard thing. What I had was the salesperson stand at the front door, hold the door open, and then close it. And then as they closed the door, I would back away, right? And then get the whole view. And then what I did was I reversed the shot for them. So we do the whole outside of the house, and then we do the zoom down to the front door, and then it would be that person opening the door. By closing the door and backing away, it became opening the door in reverse. And then that would introduce them to all of their interiors.
The inside, yeah.
Yeah. So it was, and they loved that. They thought that was just, that was just the cat's ass,
Yep.
And
like Recovery Drone says, on long-term project, you can be a little bit more flexible on cost.
yeah,
Charge
per flight or monthly. Yeah, for the full length of the project. Maybe I should just
Gary, I got a new drone today.
What'd you get?
I got a Beta FPV HX115.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes
So you got
about
a
80
new
or
air-
90 miles an hour, and it's small. It'll fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fits in the palm of your hand and goes 90 miles an hour.
Yep.
Wow.
It runs on 4S batteries, Frank.
Wow.
Yeah.
4S batteries that fits. The battery must be bigger than the friggin' drone.
The battery is the same size as the drone. Yeah, essentially.
Oh man. So
It's basically
It's
propellers and a battery.
really.
Yeah, oh,
So
yeah.
that's like a 3-inch or a 2-inch?
I actually don't even know off the top of my head. It's closer to a 3-inch, probably, maybe 2.5 inch.
Yeah. The little one that I have, that little bug that I fly around, the props on it are 1.5 inches tip to tip. So,
I'll tell you what.
That-
When the COVID's over, I'll come down and race you.
Oh yeah, and you'll beat me.
Oh, you can take your Mavic Air out. I'll race you against that.
Yeah, no, my Mavic Air only does, I think the maximum I've hit is 70 kilometers an hour. So that's what, 42 miles an hour?
Yeah, it's still pretty quick. I remember doing mine in sport mode and having a lot of fun skimming over the top of wheat or crops,
Yeah. On a nice flat field, it's great getting
Yeah.
down low, Yeah, you really get the feeling of movement, although I've never flown the Mavic Air with goggles. I don't even know that you can fly it with goggles.
Well, you technically can. So I actually flew my Mavic Air with an app called Lychee, and I used the Google glasses. Google Cardboard it's called. It's essentially, they look like box goggles, and you slip your phone into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then the phone
Cool.
becomes the screen. So you've got that digital latency, but holy crap, it looked pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay. DJI Cardboard.
Yeah, well, hey, it worked, man.
Yeah,
What's up, Corey?
yeah. I don't see Corey in the chat. Do you see Corey? Oh, yeah, there he is. Hold on. Now he's got to get a wrench. Corey's not been here before. So we're adding to our appeal here. Yeah, all right. Let me just.
Corey, I got my Beta FPV HX 115 today. Woohoo! So excited. Gonna have to take it out tomorrow to fly.
Cool.
Too cold today.
See, when I read Corey's name, I read Corey Man Zero,
Yes.
but he's known on Roger's channel as Corey Mano.
Right.
So
Much
I don't know if
like I'm known to you as huge.
Huge,
It
yeah.
was just an initial mistake, right? Corey, Corey.
Corey huge. And I was telling my wife about that. She said I was being terribly insulted.
Not at all.
You know, there are a few that I have something I always type. Centroid. I always type Mark, MAAAAARC.
Okay.
And yeah, Mark. And the other one was Steve at Aerial Views and Histories UK. It was STEEEEEEVE. You know, so,
There you go.
you know, and you shout it. You put it in all caps, right? So.
Hey, what's up, Marcelo?
And Marcel's joined us, and Corey Mano, and oh boy, let's see, we got this is turning out to be an extravaganza. We have 7 people on.
It's a
There you
party.
go.
I'm glad I came. Shit, I would have been here earlier. I had nothing to do, but I thought you were off today, so I wasn't looking for your email or anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I usually pop the email out about 15 minutes before I go on. Usually I post the stream the day before. But lately, I haven't known, you know, what scheduling is going to happen or if I'm going to be able to make it. So, yeah. But today we just said that's it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
We're going for it. You know, and I've been questioning whether or not it's worthwhile with only 7 to 10 people watching. You know, but I get 8 or 10 likes. And,
Well, that's
and that's good. And there's
well, you gotta, Gary. You gotta do it because you enjoy it.
That is correct.
Right.
That's what I was about to say.
If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
Yeah, do it.
If you enjoy
Do
it, keep
for
doing
you.
it.
Even if you have 1 person, 2 person that's with you and that's doing it, that's enjoying it. As long as you enjoy it and you're having fun doing it, that's what counts.
well,
because
yeah.
the time that you don't enjoy it, that's when you got to stop doing it.
We're too old for that shit. Life's too short, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's maybe my problem is that I schedule it, and that I make a commitment, and maybe what I should do is just make them a little more impromptu and not be afraid to go on at, Wednesday at 3:00 or,
it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to build a show, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's an animal where you need to have it scheduled and whatnot. If you just want to hang out with friends, then you can do that impromptu anytime. And, any of us that are around will hobble in and show up,
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking of doing was some night, like I usually go on at 10 o'clock at night for an hour, and I do my GeoGuessr thing, right? And I was thinking of just doing it live,
right,
and watch the chat and have people play along with me. Say, hey, that's not Yugoslavia, that's Hungary,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure you get a lot of people in, and there's not much going on usually at 10 o'clock at night on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the reasons.
And that's why I do mine at 9:30, from 9:30 to 11:30 on Thursday night. That's why I'm on that time, because
yeah. Well, the other night I was watching a live stream, and I see Jody there. Hi, Jody. I was on a live stream, and they were going over the Florida meetup again, right? I mean, I don't know how many times I have to watch the Florida meetup, but last night it triggered me. It was all these people without masks, and we're locked down, and I know things aren't going that great in Florida either, but and I opened this up to be political or not, I don't care. But the people who don't wear masks, oh man, it just makes me insane. They're putting themselves at risk and everybody around them at risk, and it just doesn't It just doesn't make any sense to me at all why you wouldn't do that. Everybody talks about their rights, but we've always had, for the last decade, we've had no shirt, no shoes, no service. Just add a mask to it. We're not trampling on your rights. We're just refusing to serve you if you don't follow our rules.
It's so crazy what people have been putting on Facebook, like no shoes, no service, and now they don't sell shoes or clothes because it's not essential. So people are trying to get in the stores naked or half naked, saying, "Well, I don't need that. Jeans are not essential, but how can I do my groceries if I need to wear shirts?" Like,
oh yeah,
a lot of crazy people in the world, Frank. That's for sure.
oh, yeah.
I got a closet full of shirts, and I got 3 pairs of shoes sitting over there, and a couple more pairs over there. I can find shoes. If I really need to go out, I can find shoes, and I got lots of shirts. So
Well, that's good.
No
I'll
shoes,
tell
no
you.
roaming.
And you can go online and buy shoes. You can go online and buy shirts. And,
Yes, you can.
You can
Hey,
go
Stevie, what's up,
online,
buddy?
and everybody's delivering stuff everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll tell
no
you-
shoes, no droning. Oh, there's Stevie from Capture Life Connection. Stevie,
Capture
good
Life,
to
what's
see
up, buddy?
you. Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you a
it's-
quick story. So yesterday, my wife comes home and she was really upset. Apparently, one of her coworkers, she's in the medical field, so one of her coworkers had been going around to patients and giving them her anti-vaxxer theories and saying you shouldn't get vaccinated.
Oh, jeez.
And so she convinced 7 or 8 different people that not to get the vaccine. And anyway, she was fired yesterday.
Good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, I can
Yep.
see that happening.
I've had my first Moderna. My wife has had the first Pfizer. I wish my daughter could get it. She's been going to work. She works at Staples. The store is closed, but they still have curbside pickup. She's not involved in curbside pickup.
Yeah.
She's just setting up in the store. But we'd be a lot safer if we didn't have somebody traveling in and out of the house, right?
Of course, yeah.
And then I have my job that I'm going to be going to, which is considered essential, but we're required to wear a paper mask under a cloth mask.
That seems a bit
That's
extreme.
that's the federal government requirement for public service.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's because some cloth masks are just a thin cloth. So they don't know what kind of cloth mask you have. Some of them are double, some of them are triple. Mine actually has a filter in the cloth mask. So
Yeah.
but people can't just go up to you and say, okay, what kind of cloth mask do you have? Some
Yeah.
people will just wear a bandana. Like, that's not sufficient.
Yeah.
So-
Well, in my kit, they provide. They give me 2 masks. I don't know. They look kind of military, don't they?
They kind of do. I was just thinking that. Yeah. General
which is different.
General Foster.
Yeah, General Foster. Well, my
Welsh
other ones,
Rob,
this
what's
is-
up, buddy?
Hey, Welsh Rob.
This one here, this is. Let me just see if you can see it. It's denim with paper airplanes on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Go flying.
That's my flying mask. So, whoop, lost a headphone.
I want to
You
get
know
one with
what?
a feral snarl on it just to show everybody how friendly I am.
Well, the thing is, I don't like wearing a mask any more than anybody else does, right? But I do it to protect everybody else around me. I've had the vaccine, but apparently I could still be a carrier.
Yeah.
So, why not protect anybody else that I'm in contact with? To me, it just makes sense, and we're in the worst of it. I saw Doug Ford today, the Ontario Premier, and that guy was in tears. He's just a mess.
Why is he? What's he teary-eyed about?
Well, he was apologizing for being too harsh on the lockdown, and getting the backlash from police that they wouldn't that they wouldn't enforce his stay-at-home order, and
Yeah, that was actually a pretty powerful statement.
well,
Again,
you know,
Especially saying that with not going and checking with the police to say, hey, listen, I'm about to say that. Are you okay with it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he went far enough. You know, I'd be happy if they set up a corridor around Brant County, and if the OPP would let you in, then you're okay to come in, and if you're not here on essential business, stay the hell out. You know.
You know, it's funny, as a person with a background in science, I don't know anything about health issues. You know, my stuff's all in physical engineering and stuff. So I don't have an opinion. I really don't know what is better. Is it better to have things tighter or this or that? I don't have opinion on any of it because I don't have any data. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have what I need to make that decision.
Well, you know, what's happened now is it's the variants that are so infectious that, you know.
But you know, the
You know,
airports are still open. To me, that seems
Yeah,
like
the
that would
airports,
be a prime vector for.
Like from India, like they were talking
Exactly.
about that in the news last night. India, like there's a lot of variant, the double variant, whatever, coming in from India,
Yeah.
and there's nothing they can do about it because they're telling people, yeah, quarantine. That's the only thing you can do, but it's not working.
Like
It's
if we're
still
closing
getting
the
out.
border
Like,
with the U.S., why would we
Yeah.
not be closing it with India? You know, they're a much larger country, right? They've got a massive population.
Yeah. Well, you know, and here's another one. Like Jody says, the gun law says, you know, that you should be able to have a gun if they're threatening your life. My view is, if you've got a gun, you should be arrested. Right?
If you've got a gun, you should be arrested.
Well,
What do you
if
mean?
you have a handgun, how else are you going to be threatened by somebody with a gun? Right? I mean, if somebody's walking down the street with a rifle, you stay away from that guy, right? But it's all this, you know, concealed carry, and you know, you don't know
the right to protect and all that.
Yeah. You know, like I don't need a gun because nobody around here has a handgun that would threaten me.
Yeah,
You know?
but this is a very different place.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You know,
Down
Canada,
there,
we have different rules here. So
But I went to the skate park a couple of weeks ago with my son during the day. That's because before everything was locked down. So I went there like early in the morning, 8 o'clock. I knew there was going to be no kids there at 8 a.m. So skate park with him, with one of his friends. They stayed away. But as soon as we got to the skate park, there was glass everywhere because this was Monday morning. So on the weekend, teenagers went there and they broke glass everywhere, and like they just put the garbage upside down everywhere. The park was a mess, the skate park.
Yeah.
So the city workers did come. We got a hold of them because they were not far by, because on that street, all the kids on that night, they put all the street sign, the work sign, all in the middle of the street everywhere. Like they made a mess. Okay, my thing is, we're on a lockdown. Why are the parents letting them out at night? Like, where are you going that is so important that you have to go party at a friend or you have to go somewhere? Like, it's a lockdown. Stay at home. Play on a friggin' Xbox.
Yeah. Now, okay, that kid goes out and has a party with a bunch of people, right? Brings that infection home, right?
Yep.
Mom is asymptomatic and goes to visit her mother at the nursing home, and she dies. How guilty would you feel?
It has happened. It has happened, and
it happens all the time. It's you know, I mean,
kids don't give a shit.
We had a 70-year-old in town die just yesterday, right? Now they don't know how she got it. Right now, does she have a family member who has it, who's asymptomatic, that came for a visit? I don't know. You know.
This too shall pass eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. You know. And you wonder if some of it will be Darwinian. You know, will these anti-vaxxers be the ones that get it and die?
In a way, it's sad to say, and it's bad for me probably to say that. I hope so. I hope the people that say, well, I don't believe in that, or I don't believe in the vaccine, I hope they get it, they get sick, they get well, or I hope to get it and die. It's the dumbest people. Somehow they always survive for some odd reason. But it's they have to be taught a lesson. They have to be brought back to earth. In other words.
Yeah. Yeah. And Stevie from Capture Life Connection says he has two neighbors that are doctors, and they both caught COVID in the first wave in New York.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
But there's New York. New York was infected by everybody flying into JFK and LaGuardia.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people in New York though.
That's why it hit New York so bad. That's why it hit Toronto so bad, right?
Well, and also close living quarters, right? When you have a higher population density, of course, that's how it spreads, right? So
can you imagine living in an apartment building and trying to get from the 12th floor downstairs in the elevator?
Nope.
And hoping that nobody comes in?
Hell no.
How the hell is that going to work? How do you get 6 feet away from somebody in an elevator that's 4 feet wide?
Yeah, and then you limit people. You say you can't be more than two in the elevator. Well, when you live on the 12th floor and go all the way down, like how do you stop people from coming in, like, or even getting on? Like I've been waiting an hour on the 6th floor to come down, but every time there's two people in the elevator, like.
So you know what to do? Here's the solution. You wear a little placard around your neck that says COVID positive.
COVID positive.
No, problem solved. Nobody will get in that goddamn elevator with you.
or they might say go home. Like, anyway.
Or you stand in the elevator with your mask on, and when the door opens, you go.
There you go.
Come on in. You know, I don't know. Anyway.
Actually, how about flying your drone in front of you as you walk around?
Yeah,
that would also.
Well, somebody was convicted in the States of coughing on a cancer patient.
Yeah. Oh, that's not nice. Yeah.
No. That's the whole thing is abide by the rules and be kind to somebody. You know, everybody's under stress. Keith from Eagle VP, good to see you today.
Hey, Eagle VP, man, long time.
Oh, I haven't seen Eagle VP in a long time. And the other one we don't see hardly ever is Aerial Views and Histories UK. Steve
has a gaming channel now.
Oh, really?
He has a big gaming channel now. He's really taken off, apparently.
Oh, really? Okay. Yep. Okay. He had a couple of shorts, and I made a comment. Good to see you back. You know, but he never mentioned the gaming channel. But
he's been hardcore into it. Apparently, Mark Turin was telling me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Good for him.
Yeah, I miss Steve. He was a really great guy. Really nice fellow.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's just like a while back. Some guys wanted to know, how do I get a big channel and make lots of money? And I told them, stop doing RC videos. Like, get into gaming or get into other do it yourself or craft.
More popular
like that.
Yeah.
People are really looking for on YouTube.
Yep.
Well, and what you have to do too is you have to be willing to put in the time.
Oh yeah.
To produce stuff. You know, I do stuff in my workshop, and when I'm finished, I think, you know what, this might have been interesting to watch. But, you know, then it's setting up cameras and setting up lighting and doing all this stuff.
Work.
You know, yeah.
It is work.
And when I'm downstairs in the shop, I'm just doing it to relax, just to get away from stuff, right?
Yep.
And I try and do it quietly. You know, I try and use hand tools that, you know, are quiet and take some time to you know to do things.
Sure.
You know, like, you know, when I showed you that little my cat going home thing, right?
Oh, Eagle VP says that Steve's gaming channel is Wonders GTA Gaming.
Wonders GTA Gaming.
I'll have to check it out and make sure I'm subscribed.
Greater Toronto area gaming? Wonders GTA.
Probably Grand Theft Auto GTA.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's funny how, but you know, here's something here. I could have made that in 20 minutes with power tools, right? But doing the cat going home and you know, wandering around that with a coping saw, you know, that took a fair bit fair bit of effort, right?
Gary,
Is that a
confess,
knot?
you've just
Is
got
that
a
a real
fixation
knot
with
that's
cats'
in your wood, or
backsides.
is that a you made it?
No, that's a knot in the wood. I
Okay.
saw a knot in the wood and thought, oh, hold on. And I got out a pencil
it's a
and I
knotty
traced
vine.
around it. Yeah. Because it matches my tattoo. My tattoo. Oh, hold on. Let me roll up my sleeve here.
Frank,
Just
this
so-
man's an original gangster here. You know,
No,
got
this
his
is
tats.
that's the only tattoo I have.
I hear he's even done serious prison time, but I don't know. That could be a rumor.
Did you see? Yeah, they match, eh?
Yeah, it matches pretty good.
Yeah. And that has family history.
Cool.
My grandfather taught me to draw that when I was young, and it led to a career in graphic art. I think I was 5 or 6 when I learned to draw that. My cousin, who also learned to draw that, became a veterinarian, and in his office he had instructions on how to draw a cat going home. He had like the step-by-step instruction on how to draw it. So, and he got the tattoo when he turned 60, as did I. So, so it's something that's near and dear to the family. So,
oh yeah,
what was it the other day? I had to make a repair, and I got out my grandfather's handsaw, and I'm 67 years old. He was born in 1899, so he would have been 122.
Wow.
So he died in 67, 65 maybe. No, he died in 1964 because he was 65 years old. He retired and lived 3 weeks after. So he died in 1965, and I'm still using his tools. So
awesome.
For some odd reason, I keep losing my handsaw. I have no idea where they're going. I used to have one. I lost it. My father-in-law moved into an old age home. He gave me all his tool, had 2 handsaw, a long one and a shorter one. I have no idea where they were. Like, I have no handsaw. I don't know where they are. Like, they keep disappearing on me.
Oh, I got all kinds of them. But
I just realized why my video editing is so problematic lately. Because I'm using my great grandmother's computer. It was a hand-me-down, right? I mean, I couldn't say no to that, right?
Oh, good stuff.
I may need an upgrade.
That's one thing. Like, my son, he wanted to do YouTube. He wants to be a YouTube guy. He's 11. And then the other day I said, okay, let's do a YouTube video on his channel. So we went to the skate park. We were filming, put a camera on his helmet, and he was having fun with it, clamping it on his board, getting different views. He wasn't really enjoying that.
That's
the part
awesome.
I did not like is when we got back at home, looked at all the footage, and actually started doing the editing and picking a song. So it was a 3-minute song. 3-minute song. A minute into the video editing, like taking little clips. Are we almost done? Are we almost done? It's been a while now. We've been doing this, like at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
But we only got a minute done of that 3-minute video.
Yeah.
And then I show him that minute that we've done, and it was good because it was going fast with clips and all that, with the music and the beat and all that. He goes,
yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, let's keep going. So he was being energized.
There you go.
He was watching it and said, okay, let's keep going. But after that, he never bothered me again to do another video so far because he just finds it too long to do the editing.
Yeah.
That's
the part I like.
You like the editing?
I love it. To me, that's my art now.
Yeah. And you're doing a great job. It shows.
Well, thanks.
Well, it shows that you're enjoying it because I sure enjoy watching it. Now I haven't seen the Karen one. Is that I gotta get back to that.
That's more of a joke. It really is a joke.
Okay.
No, there's no lady bothering me, but I dubbed in this old gangster lady just for comic effect. Just
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to that. I was commenting early in the stream about one that Brian Mack did yesterday, BMax Aerial Videos. And he did an unboxing, and you know how unboxings can go. He did a really good job of that. He just did a time lapse unboxing of him just ripping all the shit out of the box, right?
Yeah.
But then he did a an unedited. Well, not. I don't know that it wasn't. No, it was edited. But he did a flight with footage straight out of the drone, like no color grading, no nothing, all shot on automatic, and it was stunning. It was really good.
Yeah.
The last video I did, I had fun editing it. I had fun doing it, and I had fun editing it. I filmed it with my son, but I did all the editing. My son was not there. Again, it's a 3-minute video, but I found a perfect song for it. And just with the beat and just the song was just like giving me pep to actually doing the video. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is going to be good.
Exactly.
I was like getting excited making the video. And then I release it the next day when I said, oh, no, I'm too excited. I want to see people's reaction now. So I just released it.
Well, and that's what I tend to do. I don't pick a time and release it at a certain time. You release yours first thing in the morning, though, don't you, Hugh?
Yeah, I always do them the previous day, and the reason I release them early in the morning is because people are getting up to get the first notification. But also, I make sure there's like overnight or whatever, so that the high resolution version of the video is available.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Because when you first publish, only the standard definition becomes available, and it takes some time to propagate through the system and whatnot. So
I like doing a premiere like that. Because especially a premiere, if it's more than 3 minutes, I like doing a premiere because you get to chat with people while they're watching.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, doing a premiere on a 3-minute video, though, you'll be lucky to you'll be lucky to catch them, right?
If you advertise it before with people, it's better because people can see the premiere is coming and actually hit the remind me bell. And then you'll have people. But if you just put it an hour, like in an hour from now, I want to do a premiere with that video, you'll barely get people. But if you premiere it a day before, they'll get warning, and you might. But it all depends what time you set it up to.
Yeah. Now I have a woodworking channel, and he premieres all of his videos, right?
Yeah.
And I click on that thing, but I'll find myself being out in the yard when the computer goes bling, it's on, right? And and then I come back in and he's halfway through it, and okay, I can see the last half, and then rewind and watch the rest of it. But he generally does them at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and you catch as catch can, right? But
Yeah, that's one thing on the shorts. Like Neil's saying he's getting an average of 500 views on shorts. I don't like shorts. People are not getting views from me. I don't bother looking at shorts. I don't know who does.
Younger people. Younger, busier people.
And people on their phone. You have to format it vertical instead of horizontal.
Yeah.
Instead of landscape, you have to go portrait, because that's what kids do.
I hate
it. You know what? I can't bear to take a picture in portrait mode.
Same here.
If I'm going to take a picture, I pull out my phone, I hit camera, and my first reaction is to do this, and then I use my phone.
Do you know what portrait mode is really good for? Portrait mode is really good for taking portraits.
Yes.
Imagine that.
That's what I like to do with portrait mode.
I used it for this.
There you go.
My government
Is that
ID.
your? Oh, I thought that was your prison mugshot.
No, that's my government ID. That's the current one. Expires September 30th. So.
Oh, don't hold that number up.
I'm guaranteed to be laid off by then. Oh yeah, my employment number. Like anybody cares. And apparently you're not supposed to mention what department you work for on social media.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you work for the government, no.
Nope.
Even some government department don't even want you to put your face on YouTube. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
If I was still in the professional world, I would certainly not be on social media.
No.
100% no. Never.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Neil's getting 500 views on shorts, but I guarantee you that they're not drone videos, right?
No.
That's got to be food. It's got to be food,
Yep.
weed, or games, right?
Yep.
Or dancing. Oh, maybe exercise. I don't know. But anyway, you know what? We're on overtime here. You know, I'm supposed to be off by 2:00.
Unbelievable.
Time
Let's
flies
see.
when you're. Time
I'm
flies.
here.
When you're ahead.
Gary, do I get paid extra on overtime?
Yeah, I've given you time and a half.
Oh, sweet.
Right?
Yeah, he's got 832 views on his short, and it's about Delicio Pizza.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
Another short is he's got something on his plate. It is food.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So anyway, Hugh, we give you time and a half.
Right on, man.
Yeah. Now we round off to the nearest half hour, so you'll get paid until 2,
Sweet.
which is no overtime. But you know, at your rate of pay, I can afford to give you time and a half because
You could really double my pay, for being
one and a
generous.
half times nothing is still nothing, right?
Right?
But it says here we've been on for an hour and 9, coming up on an hour and 10 minutes. So, you know, we're really milking it here.
Oh yeah.
So, anyway, we're gonna call it. And thank you so much for joining me, Frank and Hugh, and everybody in the chat, Blind Neil and Keith and Jody and whoever's hung on this long. Geez, we got 9 watching. That's almost a record for me.
Wow.
And if you guys are on tonight, if you're still up at 9:30 at night, come on my channel. Come and say hi.
Yeah, that's good. How long are you on for?
Usually from 9:30 to 11:30.
Okay, we'll join you either during Ken Heron's show or as soon as he's off. I'll join you there. So anyway,
Cool.
have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. You could have been anywhere in the world. You could have been in England with Keith from Eagles EP, or in Vancouver, or Ottawa, or Rockville, but you chose to spend some time here with me and my friends, and with all the friends in the chat, with Stevie from Capture Life Connection. We've had a good crowd today. So thanks so much for being here. And whenever you get a chance, try and be kind to somebody. Okay. So
Take care, folks.
we'll call it a broadcast, and thanks again. Bye now.